Hello everyone. As we move deeper into November, you can really feel the change in the air. The days are getting shorter, the leaves are almost gone, and there's a definite chill settling in. It's that time of year when we start reaching for our warmest coats and scarves, and maybe even a hot drink to keep our hands toasty. As Thanksgiving approaches, it's time to check what Mother Nature has planned. The holiday is just around the corner, and many of us are making travel plans, organizing family gatherings, and dreaming of delicious feasts. But before you finalize those details, let's take a closer look at the weather you can expect this year. This year, expect a colder than average Thanksgiving week for much of the country. Meteorologists are tracking a strong cold front that's set to sweep across the U.S., bringing temperatures well below what we typically see in late November. From the Midwest to the East Coast and even parts of the South, you'll want to be prepared for a real taste of winter. That autumn warmth is fading fast, replaced by a wintry chill just in time for the holiday. The last hints of golden leaves are giving way to frosty mornings, and even the possibility of snow in some areas. It's a dramatic shift that could catch some off guard, especially if you're used to milder Thanksgivings. This isn't a minor dip. Cold air will sweep from coast to coast, so pack those extra layers if you're traveling. Whether you're flying, driving, or just heading across town, make sure you're ready for brisk winds and chilly temperatures. Don't forget hats, gloves, and maybe even some hand warmers for those early morning departures. The chill will linger through the holiday weekend, setting a brisk tone for Black Friday and beyond. If you're planning to join the crowds for holiday shopping, expect to bundle up as you wait in lines or stroll through outdoor markets. The cold snap could also mean icy sidewalks and frosty windshields, so give yourself extra time to get around. Snow chances are rising, especially in the northern U.S., hinting at a stormy start to December. Areas from the Great Lakes to New England could see accumulating snow, while other regions might get a wintry mix or cold rain. It's a good idea to keep an eye on local forecasts, especially if you have travel plans that could be affected by slippery roads or flight delays. For now, the big story is the arrival of this cold air and how it could impact your holiday plans. Whether you're hosting a big dinner or heading out to visit loved ones, the weather will play a big role in how you prepare. Make sure to check the latest updates and adjust your plans if needed. As you finalize your menus and travel, keep the forecast in mind. Some regions could see rain or even snow. That could mean last-minute changes, so have a backup plan for outdoor activities or travel routes. And if you're cooking, maybe add a few extra comfort foods to the menu to help everyone warm up. The weather's about to get busy, so let's break down what's causing this shift. A powerful jet stream is dipping south, pulling cold Arctic air into the U.S. and setting the stage for a wintry pattern. This could mean more active weather as we head into December, with the potential for more storms on the horizon. Here's what you can expect as we head into Thanksgiving week. Colder temperatures, a higher chance of snow in the north, and a holiday that feels more like winter than fall. Stay tuned for more updates, and make sure you're ready for a chilly, memorable Thanksgiving. Where's all this cold coming from? To find the answer, we have to look far to the north, toward the vast, frozen expanse of the Arctic. This remote region, often shrouded in darkness during winter, holds the key to understanding the dramatic weather shifts we're about to experience. Right now, we're witnessing a significant stratospheric warming event high above the North Pole. This phenomenon can disrupt the polar vortex, a swirling mass of cold air that usually stays locked over the Arctic. When the stratosphere warms rapidly, it can weaken or even split the polar vortex, setting off a chain reaction in our weather patterns. When the polar vortex wobbles or breaks apart, lobes of intensely frigid air are pushed southward. These icy blasts don't just stay in the far north, they can plunge deep into North America, bringing sudden and severe cold snaps to regions that might otherwise be enjoying milder weather. Forecast models are now showing this very scenario unfolding as November draws to a close. Just as families are preparing for Thanksgiving, a surge of Arctic air is poised to sweep across the country, setting the stage for a much colder holiday than usual. Meteorologists are keeping a close eye on the polar vortex, since its unpredictable behavior often determines whether our winter will be relatively mild or bitterly cold. By analyzing complex weather models and atmospheric data, they can anticipate these dramatic shifts and help us prepare. At this moment, the signs are clear. A deep trough is forming over the eastern United States. This atmospheric dip acts like a highway guiding Arctic air masses straight into the Midwest and along the East Coast, where millions of people will feel the chill. This isn't just a brief cold snap. The pattern could lock in by early December, bringing a prolonged spell of below-average temperatures. For many, this means snow on the ground, icy winds, and a true taste of winter that could last well into the holiday season. What we're seeing is more than just a passing cold front. It's a large-scale atmospheric shift, the kind that can reshape weather across entire continents for weeks at a time. This Arctic-driven pattern will define our weather for Thanksgiving and the start of the holiday season, influencing travel plans, outdoor festivities, and how we celebrate with family and friends. The result? Get ready to bundle up and brace yourself for a real chill. For many, it will mean digging out the heavy coats, scarves, and gloves a little earlier than usual. So, how will this Arctic air mass play out across the country? Let's take a closer look at what to expect in your region as winter's grip tightens. Let's get specific. Millions are traveling and the weather will be a major factor. A storm system will sweep west to east, bringing rain, snow, and travel headaches on the busiest days. Tuesday and Wednesday, heavy rain could slow down roads and airports, while higher elevations in northern regions may see snow or a wintry mix. The timing is key, hitting major corridors right during peak travel. Build in extra time for your journey and check for updates before heading out. Behind the storm, a blast of cold air arrives, just in time for Thanksgiving Day. The chill will dominate the holiday weekend, from Black Friday shopping to Sunday returns. Whether you're heading east, west, or staying put, the weather will make its presence felt. Let's break it down region by region. Along the I-95 corridor, your main travel issue this week will be rain, arriving in waves on both Tuesday and Wednesday, making for a soggy stretch of days. If you're planning to hit the road or catch a flight, be prepared for slower commutes and possible delays as the rain intensifies, especially during peak travel hours. The wet weather will be widespread, affecting not just highways but also city streets and neighborhoods across the region. Major cities like DC, Philadelphia, New York, and Boston could see periods of heavy rain, with the heaviest downpours likely Wednesday afternoon and evening. Urban flooding is possible in low-lying areas and visibility will be reduced for drivers. If you're traveling through airports in these cities, keep an eye on your flight status as delays and cancellations are possible. Meanwhile, interior New England and upstate New York might see a brief wintry mix, think sleet or even a touch of snow, before temperatures rise and everything changes over to rain. Roads could be slick for a short time, especially in the early morning or late at night, so use extra caution if you're driving in these areas. For most though, this is a classic November rain event. Steady, persistent, and soaking. Streets will be shiny with puddles, and umbrellas will be a must. But the real story isn't just the rain itself, it's what comes after, as the weather takes a dramatic turn. Once the storm system moves offshore, a powerful cold front will sweep in from the west, bringing a sudden and noticeable drop in temperatures. The change will be quick, and you'll feel it almost immediately as the winds pick up and the air turns sharply colder. By Thanksgiving morning, expect brisk, blustery winds and a real chill in the air. The warmth from earlier in the week will be a distant memory as temperatures tumble overnight. Morning frost is likely, and you'll want to dress in layers if you're heading out early for holiday plans. Highs may struggle to climb out of the 30s and 40s, and with the wind, it will feel even colder, more like the 20s in some spots. The wind chill will bite, so hats, gloves, and scarves will be essential for anyone spending time outdoors. The chill isn't just a brief visitor, it sticks around through the weekend. If you're heading out for Black Friday shopping or planning any outdoor activities, be ready for cold, cloudy, and blustery conditions. The first true taste of winter will linger, making it feel like the season has truly arrived. It's a true blast of early winter with bare trees, frosty mornings, and even a chance for a few snowflakes in the coldest spots. The landscape will look and feel transformed, marking the unmistakable change of seasons. So while the rain may slow your travel plans at first, it's the cold that will leave a lasting impression, ushering in winter's chill and reminding us all to bundle up for the days ahead. In the Midwest and Great Lakes, you'll get the first taste of this storm. Rain moves into the Ohio Valley and Great Lakes Tuesday, slowing travel in cities like Chicago, Detroit, and Cleveland. As the storm departs and cold air rushes in, the lake effect snow machine fires up. By Black Friday, Cold air over the Great Lakes will create snow bands, especially downwind of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. Some towns could see heavy snow, while others just flurries. Classic lake effect setup. Highs drop from the 50s to the 30s, with gusty winds making it feel even colder. The cold pattern persists through the weekend, with snow belts seeing on and off snow. Elsewhere in the Midwest, it'll be dry but chilly, perfect for football and pie. If you head out, be ready for a sharp blast of cold. Winter is arriving in full force. Out west, the story is mountain snow and a big temperature drop. An upper-level low brings rain and snow to the southwest, but the main event starts in the Pacific Northwest. Cold air from Canada brings snow to British Columbia and the Canadian Rockies Tuesday, then drops into the U.S. Northwest. By Wednesday, Seattle and Portland feel the chill, and Cascade snow levels drop. Great for ski resorts, tricky for travelers. As the week goes on, cold air spreads inland, bringing snow and colder temps to the northern Rockies. The mild autumn ends as a wintry regime takes over the west. By week's end, even Texas and Oklahoma will see temperatures plunge from the 70s to the 40s and 50s. It's a coast-to-coast change, all starting with that push of cold air in the west. Winter is making its move. Looking ahead to December, the cold and stormy pattern is likely to continue, and even intensify. The first week could bring a classic winter storm as Arctic air collides with southern moisture. Where that clash happens will decide who gets rain, ice, or a major snowstorm. The pattern supports a memorable storm in the central or eastern U.S. during early December. Cold air will gradually shift east, keeping temperatures low for much of the month. This sets the stage for multiple snow chances, especially in the Northeast and Great Lakes. A Greenland block could lock in the cold, raising odds for a white Christmas in some areas. It's too early for specifics, but the possibility is real. Stay tuned as winter ramps up. How do we predict weather so far ahead? It's all about powerful computers and forecast models. The American GFS and European ECMWF are the main models, each with strengths and quirks. These models process millions of data points from around the globe to project atmospheric behavior. When models agree, our confidence rises. When they don't, meteorologists use experience to interpret the data. The GFS can overdo snow forecasts, while the European model has been aggressive with cold this season. Our job is to analyze, compare, and create the most likely forecast. Forecasts can change. Small data shifts can mean big differences a week out. That's why we urge you to check back for updates. By understanding large-scale patterns, we can give you a solid sense of what's coming. Let's sum it up for your holiday plans. Get ready for a colder-than-average Thanksgiving. Autumn warmth is out, winter is in. Pack your heavy coats, hats, and gloves, especially in the Midwest and East. Travel disruptions are likely with rain and snow slowing roads and airports Tuesday and Wednesday. Lake effect snow will hit the Great Lakes and the West will see fresh mountain snow. Stay informed and check the forecast before you travel. December looks active and cold, with increased chances for winter storms, and even a white Christmas in some regions. Be prepared, but stay flexible. Details will become clearer as we get closer. We know it'll be cold and stormy, but exact snow amounts will come into focus soon. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, stay warm, and keep checking for updates. Wishing you a safe and happy holiday season.